You see a curvy, grey-haired beauty dressed in an outfit reminiscent of a famous old gentleman's magazine. She winces at the bright light you've brought with you. A cute, bunny-shaped creature is clutched in her arms.
Oh, my goodness, that is bright. Startled me a bit there, honey. No, not alive. Yet. My name's Dolly, and I'm a dust bunny. I live under this big old couch. Howdy. Well, I live lots of places. I suppose you could say I'm a bunny of the world. The floors of the world, at least. And this here's my little companion, Lint Eastwood.
She holds the little creature up.
Put a finer point on it, why don't you, honey? My stars, I didn't know I had a sweet talker on my hands. I'll be honest with you, flirting isn't my love language. I'm a bunny who is more than she appears. Getting to know you time already? All right, I'm game. What's on your mind? I thought we as a society were past this. But yes, that's right. I am a collection of hair, bacteria, soil, specks of plastic, dust mites, and even bits of dead bugs. Does it bother you that in your little human tummy there are 500 species of bacteria? Trillions of living bugs? Microbiota, microbes, and microflora, all sorts of creepy crawlies. Yup. Read a book or two, honey. And you're cute for a bug-filled meat sack. Now, let me stretch these dusty gams and hop around a bit. I'll be right here warming myself by the fireplace if you want to come back through sometime. I'd sure like to see you again. Mm-hmm. Talk soon, honey.
Well, well, well. The enigmatic Ember returns for another lesson. You ready? We're gonna stick with getting to know you, but it's time for a new kind of icebreaker. As you might know, ice sucks, so we gotta break it. First off, what's the worst way to get someone's attention? Right! That's just an insincere and unsolicited form of selfish flattery. And for what? Someone who does that isn't trying to get to know you, they're just being a creep. So the real question is, how do you start a conversation with someone you don't know in a respectful way that also shows you might be interested in them and hopefully makes them interested in you? Tricky, right? That's what we're gonna explore today. You ain't lying. I am fire, after all. A flaming hot, hopeless romantic. You know what I've seen? How many proposals I've warmed? First date flirting in the living room. Let's just say I've done my research on this sort of thing. And not to mention, well, I'd like to be in love one day. Anyway, I know about fiery connections. That's why I can help you. But nothing could happen without the icebreaker. And the icebreaker is observation and interest. Right. It might seem basic, but first you gotta notice them. But not just that. You can't be like, oh, they're hot, I'm gonna go talk to them. Nah, yo, you gotta really take them in. What's their demeanor? How do they look? Are they with someone? All that and more. Then, use the information you glean to guess what they might be interested in, and lead with that. Alright, say there's somebody you meet for the first time and they're wearing merch of a show or a game or a book, you know? What do? Maybe compliment them on it, right? But what could you immediately follow that compliment up with that's even better? That's a good one. Smile, gently ease into the topic, and you can build a great rapport with them really quickly. So, you learn about, or even better, share in their interest. Make them excited about it. Start that connection by talking with them about what brings them the most joy. What better way to build a friendship? The best relationships are built off of friendship. You wouldn't want to hook up with somebody without taking an interest in them at all, right? Dope. You get it then. You gotta communicate, you feel me? Let's go to phase 2. Alright, so you made it past the icebreaker. Now you're vibing a little. They mentioned they're going to a concert of one of your favorite bands. What do you say next? That's what I'm talking about, playa. Keeping it nice and casual and taking an interest while showing interest. Smooth. If they say no and they don't really have any friends who are into this band, let them know you might be down to go if they want company. If they say yes, maybe just tell them you're stoked for them. Don't want to seem pushy or self-inviting. Get to know them before getting too personal. You know, build up to it. Maintain that good balance of digging somebody, learning about them, and gauging their boundaries. It is, homie, it is. But you can do it. Anyway, that concludes your lesson for the day. See you around for the next one? Alright, next. Until then...
Hello. Sorry for any confusion. I'm currently working my day job at all 5 restaurants and bars in the house. It's hard being an actor.
Jeremy, Two Top just walked in.
Coming! Stop by for another night of some theater.
An 18th century dandy strikes a dramatic pose before you, turning this way and that as though modelling in his own imaginary spotlight. He seems quite impressed with himself.
Yes, it's me. It's me. The one, the only candelabra. I'm the one, the only. Do you see any other candelabra here? Nay, perish the thought. Had you any, surely I would know of it. My little wicks would have made certain of it. My lovely lads, my flames, my sentinels. They travel around the homestead and find out all the lovely lies they all speak. Oh, no, it's merely a turn of phrase. I mostly just raise my voice. Any good scandals going on over there in the kitchen?
There's that candle man.
They can be quite rude at times, but my persistent brightness can illuminate even the best kept secrets. Some would call me quite the busybody, but I would then call myself a beacon of truth. How scandalous of you to inquire. Do you really want to know? Yeah, sure. What is this? The crawl space where fools linger to die? If you truly want gossip, then give me some languorous lingo. well. Scandal time! This housedom, while it may appear peaceful from the outside, in fact harbors a hotbed of scandal from the inside. For example, did you know that the previously paired aerialists, Washford and Drysdale, are no longer speaking to each other? Next! Were you aware that known vagabond Bobby Pin is on the loose once more? Can you imagine the heist they are planning? Can you imagine the romantic dalliances as they make their way through the house? More scandals abound. They say there is a shadow that does not obey the laws of physics. A true scandal that undermines the physical realm. You know of the Lord of Shadows? He will not speak to me. Something to do with flames casting out light, or some such nonsense. My esteem hardens and rises. Uh-oh. But I am not finished with the daily scandals, no. One has heard of self-insert, yes? Could you imagine a video game in which all the creators inserted themselves at once at the same time? Such a thing is not imaginable. But in one that I've seen, they've hidden themselves within their very names. Oh, yes, indeed. Critics hate that sort of self-referential garbage. Very well. One last scandal. There's no possibility you've heard of it. Long ago, a relic was stolen from an island nation, brought to these shores, and hidden underneath this house in a box. Surely you haven't heard this yet. Yes, it is. Stolen, secreted away, and underneath these floorboards. At the very least, it's interesting. No matter. That is more scandal than your puny pate can handle. I will teach you the ways of the scandal mogger soon enow.
Dorian is less clothed than the last time you saw him, but when your eyes meet, he doesn't seem the slightest bit embarrassed. It's almost like he wants you to see him like this.
Oh dear. You've caught me in my horizontal state. I try to stay hidden under the rug, because this isn't a part of myself that should be out in the open. But even us doors have to cut loose from time to time.
Dorian's abs seem to glisten a little more with that response.
Do you, like what you see? Well, you should. I like to keep in shape. Duty and all that. I've been thinking of getting some more tattoos. What do you think? I was thinking of getting a garage door in on my back. One of the most interesting types of doors there are in the modern world. Brings me back to my drawbridge roots, when I toyed with the idea of going horizontal, full-time. But you get older and, well, here we are. Thanks for chatting me up. We're friends, but
The ghost of a smile tugs at his lips.
even friends can have little benefits here and there.
Attention, jackasses! It's been weeks already, and you're seriously telling me there's been absolutely no movement on this missing glasses issue? You know, maybe I haven't made myself crystal clear. Nothing else matters. You get me? Your expense reports, corporate retreats, PowerPoint presentations, I don't care about any of it! This is your one and only priority. You find me those glasses if you gotta burn this whole worthless rat trap down to the foundation, and do it now! Secretary Dawson at the Pentagon is breathing down my neck, and his breath stinks like flaming garbage! You think shareholders are bad to piss off? You do not want to screw with the U.S. Department of Overseas Violence, get me? We're all gonna end up buried alive in some desert somewhere! Find me those glasses, now! And who the hell came up with the 15% off transparent items promo? No consumer buys anything based off of how transparent it is! Find me whoever came up with that crap and fire them! David.
Looking at the tiny, big-headed Dorian who stands before you, it's hard not to wonder if perhaps the Dateviators have glitched. But a quick inspection does seem to show they're working just fine.
What are you looking at? You saying I'm nothing? I'm still a door, not a cabinet, not a hatch. A door, just as much as the rest. Understand? Good.
Hello, sunshine. Abel? My sturdy cowboy. I've known Abel for some time now, and I'm not surprised he sent you to me. He's a solitary type, but if you asked, he'd give you the cloth off his table. Why, he holds up practically half the house without a word of complaint. Yes, he would dodge that question. I think the most important thing to know about Abel is that he's not quiet out of any kind of shyness. That's just how he is. If there's nothing to say, he's content to share in your company. Everyone likes coffee, darling. I'll pour you a cup of his favorite. It's an Ethiopian Sidama Adi that tastes like strawberries, served black and hot. Oh, it is.
With the coffee in hand, you take your leave.
Hey there. You get a chance to talk with Kopi? She sure does know her way around a cup of coffee. Thank you. I needed this today. Me? No. Oh, it's nothing to trouble yourself over. I know most of the house, yeah. We've got our fair share of characters, but as a whole, I'd say we're a good bunch. Plenty of stories to tell. Me? Oh, sure. I've got stories, I suppose. They're not exactly exciting, though. You know what? You want exciting? You should talk to the captain. Why, I swear he's seen it all. Why don't you go ask Captain Jacques about his time on the high seas?
A petite pirate glares at you. There's so much to take in here. But you don't dare to get a good look in when he looks like he's contemplating running you through.
Oh, look. It's you. Come to make fun, have you? Who else do you see? Do you legitimately imagine anything that cascaded out of that prompting, nagging mouth of yours could shock me? Do you honestly believe I could be shocked? I am emotionally quite contained. In fact, one could say I am quite bottled up, trapped within tubular, glassy confines. What in glossy hell is a burrito? Obviously, I've never had one, if I don't even know what it is. What is it with you and excitement, positivity, sharing? Great Hades, it turns my stomach sour. You're comparing the insoluble crisis of my existence to lunch? Too much! The line is crossed! Your pitiful life is forfeit to my magnificence! Love? Think ye I look for love? Your insolence brings you only death! Dear sweet Davy Phones! If you insist on reducing everything to its simplest expression... Yes, I am going to kill you. Bear witness to your undoing. Can you not feel it? Do you beg for quarter? For mercy from the most murderous, blood-eyed codger to plough the fathomless flood? Of course I am! I am killing you, right now! I'm tearing you limb from limb and dangling your bits from the rigging to tempt the crows!
You take a moment to inspect yourself. Your limbs and bits all appear to be just where you left them.
Oh, I am! I'm filleting your sorry rind! In my mind! Damn your hide, speculative! It's as real as the snap of sail in the wind, the squish of flesh and bone as it makes way for my blade! Ugh. Poetry! Never could stomach this stuff. Hold fast there! I do not speak beautifully. I am the fearsome Captain Jack Sparrow. I am the plague of the high seas. I deal in death, spectacle, and warning. I spout the macabre. I vomit forth danger and horror. There is nothing beautiful in my world, least of all my damn self!
Jacques makes a strange noise, almost akin to a growl. He looks positively put out.
Damn! Oh, nothing. I was hoping you would argue with me and I could try and kill you again. It makes me growl when people are conciliatory. No! Haven't you been paying attention? I want conflict! One more first step out of you, and I swear to Davy Phones I'll swing you from the yardarm! Let there be blood! I load my cannon with heavy iron rounds to tear through anything and everything you might pray to put between us. How dare you! If I did use seeds in my horrible hands, they would be more deadly than curare! You must be devilish indeed, that a deadly elixir is at home in your gut. Oh, there you go again, you two-legged thesaurus! You toss words in my face like so many netted squid that I find that they strike me. They strike me. Watch your step, landlubber. My fathomless depths are ripe for plumbing, but they might swallow you whole.
Jacques looks all around the room as he speaks, one hand awkwardly clutching his sword handle. You've never seen him look so unsure of himself.
You know, I've just remembered that I have to swab the deck. Yeah, the deck needs a good swabbing before I do any intercourse. I mean, killing and battling and all the other lovely violent things. So, another time? Post-swab? You bastard.
A distinguished beauty greets you with an elegant wave. You never really thought so many hard corners and angles could be soft and graceful, but she's really selling it somehow.
Oh, hello, dearie. Mind your step. I'm getting a bit creaky in my old age. I'm working on it, mind you. I'm Stella, your quickest way up and down between floor and ceiling. Airway calling. Well, aren't you a sweet summer thing? I appreciate the sentiment. Still, one step at a time, all right? Just in case. And step and step and step and step. At least, that's what they say. That's the way. Step on through.
She gives you a surprisingly cheeky little wink.
Oh, they call it branding, apparently. Still feels a bit creaky to me, too. Oh, no, we can't have that. Creaking is a sign of weakness. Oh, indeed. I have a lot to work on, I know. Creaking's just a part of it. First impressions and all that. You see? Well...
Stella looks everywhere but at you, trying and failing to find the words. Eventually she sighs, plucking up the courage from somewhere within her.
Truth be told, I'm starting a business.
She gives you a nervous but sweet smile.
Oh, thank you, dearie. It's all a bit exciting. I've never really had a thing like this before. A project, a goal. Never really thought I would, truth be told. You know, if you were interested, I could get you in on the ground level. I mean, I've heard about the pyramids. Beautiful things, always wanted to see them. Never had the time. Probably a little too late now, though, isn't it? Oh, no, I've gone off book. Oh, it all seems so much easier in the booklet. Making the sale. That's what they call it. Stella's Steps to Success. How to sell that sale and change your life, generate passive income and financial freedom, all from the comfort of your own home.
Stella pulls out a pamphlet from deep in her bag.
I memorized that part at least. Well, let's not get too dramatic. It's hard work, sure, but isn't anything? They even tell you that. Step 37. Not everyone will make it, but drive and passion are the fuel that fans the flame. Patience is a virtue, and success is for the virtuous. Doesn't that make you want to get to work? Yes, actually, it does. Make something of myself. Oh, I really have gone off track now, haven't I? Booklet or not, this is a mess. Look, dearie, I'm so sorry to ask, but could you come by again someday soon? Give me another shot. I'm still working on my nerves. And there are really a lot of fancy words to learn. I'll throw in a free sample. Gotta get rid of them somehow. You're too kind. I do appreciate it, dearie.
David is obviously becoming desperate, and he doesn't do well under pressure. I'm worried his behavior will gradually become increasingly erratic until he crosses a line he can't come back from. You have no idea. I should never have put you in this situation. Naively, I believed as Valdivian's lowest paid employee, you would be safe. But it's become clear that as long as you possess the Dateviators, you'll be the target of David's wrath. Anyway, I have a solution. Use the realization recipes to bring Skylar to life. If Skylar becomes human, the Dateviators will instantly cease to operate. And if the Dateviators cease to operate, there will be absolutely no evidence implicating you in their theft. Realize Skylar, and destroy the Dateviators before David unleashes his full fury upon you. He has access to resources you'd never believe. I'm afraid there's just no time to explain. You see, I forgot to charge my phone's battery last night, and now I'm at 2%. And I can't charge it because I also forgot my charging cable. Can you believe that? Ugh. But remember, realize Skylar ASAP.
Hey. I'd rather you didn't, actually. Sorry if that seemed rude. I'm just in my head right now. Do you mind coming back some other time? I'd rather be alone right now. Thanks for understanding.
You are back! Are you ready to begin the test of rhyming? Or are you willing to die alone? C'est parti! Okay, you have returned in time for the first test. This will be a baby game for babies, so Lil Crapper can make sure you are not a little baby who he hates. Babies are full diapers, they are not ready for Lil Crapper. Babies have trouble filling their lines in the choices below. They only have so many words before they fill the box, eh? See? Look how tiny your presence is! A rapper needs big presence. They need to shout! Luckily, Lil Crapper has an assistant for someone with a little baby voice like you. This is Ballcock!
Jean-Loup holds a strangely mic-shaped object in his hands. It's round and black and almost balloon-like. You're sure you've seen it before, but where?
You know, the part of the toilet in the cistern. It is like a floating ball. That is the literal name of it. Look at Lil Crapper's mighty hand. Watch him stroke his own ball cock as he sings. Put it near your mouth and witness.
Okay, here goes.
You have a big heart and tiny mouth. Ballcock has a big mouth and no heart. He is ruthless. Together, you will show Lil Crapper that you can be a match for him.
Okay, got it.
Here is how the test goes. First, we pick a name to rhyme with. One syllable, easy. Lil Crapper, he picks for you Jacques.
Okay.
Lil Crapper will say the first part of a sentence. You will finish the sentence. The word you choose, she must rhyme, and she must make sense. Example. Yo, I know a lad and his name is... This is the part where you say Jacques.
Jack.
Okay, good. You are not stupid. We go. Remember, only the best can kick it with the Crapper. This is easy baby hours. Training pants stuff. You cannot keep up here? Pfft, you get out of his face. Win again. Yo. I know a guy and his name is...
Jack.
Never in front, always in the...
Back.
Keeps his stuff in a burlap.
Sack.
Lives all alone in a tiny...
Shack.
In a fight, he'll give you a...
Smack.
Woo! Okay. You have rhymed one word with 4 other words. This is very impressive. To a normal person? Unfortunately for you, Jean-Loup is not normal. He is above normal, paranormal. He is like a ghost because he is so amazing that only 40% of people believe that he even exists. You have succeeded at the bare minimum. But you keep proving yourself at this rate, maybe, just maybe, You can just barely keep up with Jean-Luc Pissoir, Lil Crapper himself. And maybe someone will want to date you. Hey, stop it, stop it! This is not like one of your kissless loser video games where you pick the flirt words and my portrait starts to blush. This is real life, and in real life, the only way you can befriend the toilet is to prove yourself in a life-or-death rap battle! Almost anybody can do the basic rhymes for babies, but it is time for a real test. Meter and flow! For clarity, Lil Crapper is referring to lyrical flow. Not the kind that sometimes requires a plumber to fix because you think you can flush any kind of paper down Jean-Luc. Toilet paper only! He does not want your wet wipes, those are for the garbage can. Pah! If you need something more to wipe the buns, install a bidet. Anyway, this test will be checking if you understand flow, syllable counts, things that are basic to a genius like Lil Crapper. But for someone like you, who knows? Are you ready? You are not. There is much, much more to cover, and you look like you need a break. Jean-Luc understands this. He is familiar with small, refreshing breaks and not overstaying his welcome. Return again for more crapping.
You again? So, what brings you back, poser? See? I'm being nice. Ugh. I'm a duck. Quack. Riveting. What, you trying to be ducking cool or something? I say you could call me that, dumbass? Pretty damn sure I didn't. But you are all those things. And more, probably. I'm just being accurate. Fine. Call me Rebel. Or Daddy. Boring. Oh. And there it is. I'm getting bored with this dumbass convo. I usually spend about 20 seconds talking, and then whoever I'm talking to miraculously ends up dead or underneath my rubber ass. You can be whichever one you like. That's the only favor I'm gonna do you too, so appreciate that shit. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But I'm rubber, bitch. I'll bounce right back. In fact, I'm gonna get the duck out of this one-bill town. You wanna talk to me again? Too ducking bad, poser. You ever heard the saying, gone like a rubber duck who's done with your shit? You have now. Poof! Rebel's gone.
It takes you a moment to realize that there is not, in fact, a test of the emergency broadcast system standing in your living room, though the colourful figure standing across from you certainly bears a striking similarity to that TV classic. Even before they speak, you can feel a frenetic energy in the air, like someone switching between channels at high speed.
Yo, yo, yo! Don't touch that dial, cinephile! Because my favorite studio audience is now in attendance! The VIP attendee, the Uber viewer, and sometimes wooer. The supreme dream who makes this flat screen scream!
How can I cater to my greatest spectator? Then, let's get ready to rumble! Before we get to what's on my screen, let me properly set the scene. The name's Telly. Rhymes with Nelly. Like, whoa, Nelly! Did you know Telly offers 5,000 channels like an endless deli? Holy smokes, folks! So ask not what your country can do for you. Ask, can you dig it? Damn straight!
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
5,000 channels is the most offered by any provider. I know this because I'm an entertainment insider. 5,000 channels of cheers! Can Valdiviflix compete with that? Or even Viewloo? That Valdiviflix copycat? Telly shows are must-see. Their programming's just musty. Prohibitively expensive. Can't fault a TV for trying. Anyway, since you're here, my dear, why don't you just kick back and recline? Unwind from the grind and free your mind with 120,000 hours of programming combined. View that cue till you go blind. It's just an expression. No need for obsessing.
In case of ocular degeneration, we'll just get you some medicine.
Loading programming, loading programming. Optimizing for comedy, haha. Analyzing for reality, boo-hoo. Pratfalls and close calls pump straight to your eyeballs. And... yeah, Mr. White. Yeah, science, bitch. I found 15,000 shows you wouldn't oppose. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? Time for some narration elation about home renovation. Allons-y.
From the creators of Home is Where We Buried Grandma and Festive Infestations comes Balls to the Walls, a thrilling home renovation series where each episode follows the demolition of a different home using wrecking balls as the primary tool of destruction. Hosted by demolition expert Carlos Balls of Steel Balenciaga and featuring an all-original music score from MC Whammer. No home is safe from the swinging force of Balls to the Walls.
So, my beau, does this show make you go, whoa? Nice! Let me just get a summation of the station's location and... Shazbot!
I've made a huge mistake.
That show I promised you we'd view just moved to Valdiviflix for more revenue, boo. Just hang tighty, Aphrodite. I'll answer all your queries with 15,000 brand new series. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? So that's who you giving your rose to, my boo? Looks like the tribe has spoken. I'll assault you with my pop culture. Hey, look, it's a slant rhyme. It works. All right, my delight. I'll give you a reality infusion in 4K resolution. Cougar versus Cougar.
thrust into the wilderness and stranded in a remote location miles from any plastic surgeons. 10 older, attractive women must rely on their wit, resourcefulness, and cunning to battle for survival and outsmart their adversaries. 10 actual cougars. With tensions running high and cougars lurking around every corner, alliances will be forged, rivalries will emerge, and the women must dig deep within themselves to prove once and for all which cougar has the sharpest claws.
So, my daffodil, shall we commence with this TV and chill?
Pretty good.
Let's relax with some snacks while we await the climax and... Don't! I had this pre-planned and my schedule was unassailable. But that show's not on demand, so the episode's not available. Yeah, if you like eating trash, you idiot! Sorry, don't want to be rude. But dude, Valdiviflix shows are like a sack of crap barbecued! Damn straight, soulmate! But enough pros about that crap hose they need to foreclose. I've got 15,000 other shows I've yet to disclose. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? Wait, seriously? I just told you that I have 5,000 channels with 15,000 shows. And you want to watch the community access station? Look, I'll be straight with you. You're cute and all, but there's no way in hell I'm watching the community access station. There's literally an endless bounty of quality content now, and I'm not gonna waste my precious time on planet Earth watching some old fart playing amateur xylophone for 6 hours. You get each other? Look, I got better things to do than be trolled by some centerfold whose taste in television is worth less than a fool's gold. Swing by later if you want to be less shady. Otherwise...
Hasta la vista, baby.
Here you are. You keep coming back. I can't. It is something of a surprise to me. I've wanted you for so long, even just to speak to you, and now I have it. Somehow it feels wrong, like I'm going to lose it. Surely, if you're lucky enough to get the thing you've always wanted, you cannot be lucky enough to keep it. I would lose it if you left. Oh, surely you would if you knew. If you knew what I really was, you would leave and you'd be right to. Which is why you must never know. You must never see that. And I will content myself with this halfway openness. I'm afraid of what you might think if you saw me. You're right. I am in the attic. The real me is in the attic. But we have something here. We could have something real. It would break my heart to think that all that could be lost in a single moment of laughing or pointing or even a disappointed cast to those beautiful eyes of yours. No, I couldn't bear it. And I won't. Come back to me here. Only here, do you understand? I'm going now. And where I go is only for me.
historian standing in your way is nothing new, but something about this time feels definitive.
Sorry, this one's locked. The attic. This is where you keep your lesser things. Memories, art, and other such nonsense. There's a safe in there as well, presumably full of treasures. You locked this door long ago. Years? Decades? Who can say? Who can say? Until you find a key, I will remain locked.
You walk into what you thought was your breaker box, but as the dark door swings open, you realize you're somewhere entirely more stimulating. A classic speakeasy club welcomes you in. The low electric lights glow warmly. Live music drifts languidly from a sumptuous velvet red stage and envelops the audience in a pleasurable haze of pure vibe. The gentle clink of cocktails in glasses rises from a wood bar to the left of you, and then a gentleman with a languid, easy air to him approaches you.
Well now, what a delightful surprise. A brand new patron. Are you sure you're not thinking of another closet? I'm certain this must be your first time. Trust me, I would never forget such a striking face. Oh yes, distractingly so. I imagine it would be quite difficult to focus on anything else with you around. Though, I can't say I mind. You have quite the reputation around the house, live wire. I'm eager to explore it for myself. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Where are my manners? My name is Volt.
He extends a hand towards you, a conduit of pure, dangerous sexual energy that charges the very air between you. He lowers his head to brush his lips across the back of your hand. Was that a spark of static electricity you felt just now?
It's a pleasure to officially make your acquaintance.
Taking his eyes from you for the first time, Volt slips his arm around your waist and turns you slowly to take in the rest of the room.
Welcome to the Breaker Box, the pinnacle of luxury and entertainment, and the most exclusive club in the house. Impressive, isn't it? Oh, trust me, you look stunning.
That sound, the flickering lights, it can only be a power fluctuation.
What? Oh, well, that was nothing. Just a little surge. With this much energy coursing around, it's bound to happen from time to time. Volt.
This newcomer looks exhausted, frustrated, and annoyed. His sleeves are rolled to the elbow, revealing calloused and bruised hands that he wipes on a rag.
Eddie! Just in time to meet our guest. The human? What's she doing here? I'd imagine if we don't poison the mood, they'll be joining us for the headliner show. Joining us for tonight's show, I hope. Careful there, Livewire. I might just take you up on that. Right. Well, have fun with that. I finished the patch, I'm clocking out. Not my best work, but it'll hold for the show. Ah, I see. And you're sure you're feeling all right? I'm fine. Just don't overdo it.
Eddie turns and trudges away, focusing on the rag in his hands.
Of course. Eddie always is. His human skills leave something to be desired. Best to simply give him some space. Back to the matter at hand. Tonight's show! Shall I set you up at one of our VIP tables? With pleasure.
With a wink, Volt hops nimbly up onto the stage. He was born for the spotlight.
Good evening, you scofflaws and ducky watsits. Looks like Johnny Splash is going to be singing for us tonight. Be warned, patrons, you might get wet.
Whoa. Hi, everybody. I'm Johnny Splash. I got a song for you all tonight. One from the heart. And tonight it'll be a cappella, because my voice is the greatest instrument of them all. I keep a close watch on this shower of mine. I keep my pulses free of stain and grind. I scrub the ground from the tiles between lines. I be a close. Oh, slide. That was amazing, baby. I even surprised myself.
I've seen many bombs in my time, but that one takes the crook-blasted cake.
Oof. Even I couldn't clean up that mess. You didn't like it? I thought it was okay. I'll retool it and come back with something even better. Just you wait.
With the club beginning to close down, it appears that the show is over. Patrons mill about, talking amongst themselves. You spot Eddie nursing a solitary cocktail at the bar. Volt is nowhere to be found. Things feel colder and quieter without his presence.
Show's over. Club's closed. What? Why? I wasn't. Happy? You can go now. Are you always this oblivious? Cute. Now get out. I got work to do.
But before you go back to your overworld home, it appears that Rebel blocks your way.
You? What are you doing? Couldn't get enough of me, huh? Thought I told you to get lost. Well, sounds fun. I could give you something else to check out. It's my ass. Huh. Bore a striking resemblance to your face, I thought. I hope you've had as much of a blast as I have.
Rebel seems surprised for a moment. They look at you hard as if trying to decide if you're serious, before their eyes fall to their feet and they mumble a response.
Sure, whatever. Well, it's a good thing that unlike the other idiots in this house, I'm not just here to fawn over you and try to get you to love me. So you can take me as I am, or you can go right ahead and duck off. Rebel out.
There's something strange about the handsome figure you see standing before you. It's not his clothing, even though he does appear to be dressed in some sort of plastic armor. No, it's something about his face. Handsome though it may be, you can't quite place his expression. Stranger still, he doesn't speak to you at all. He just stares, his face screwed up in concentration, and his lips pressed together.
What's that?
He lets out the breath he's evidently been holding, bending forward with his hands on his hips as he inhales and exhales deeply.
Woo. Sorry about that. Just trying to see how long I could hold my breath for. I'm up to 3 hours. All right, now that that's taken care of, I can give you my full attention. Name's Hoover. My friends just call me Hoove, though. What's up? You here to chat? Or is there another incident to clean up? And today was supposed to be my day off. Sure. What about? You know it. I've been everywhere except the crawl space, I think. I mean, you never know. There are always places I might not know about. I have heard rumors about a haunted attic. Nah, but I'm sure that's nothing but hearsay. Yeah? Just a rumor, I'm sure. That's right. Crime scene investigation. I love my work, but it can be hard to put it away at times. I do tend to keep it all in my bag. You wouldn't believe the sorts of things I'm called for to check out. The evidence I pick up gets to be real interesting sometimes. Hair, bits of your dead skin, fingernail clippings. I don't mind. Part of the job. I also end up finding buttons, lint, paper clips, coins. You name it. If it's smaller than a quarter, I've probably got one somewhere in here. I wouldn't worry about that. Plenty of room still. Yeah, a bit. It's been a long week. But I enjoy working hard. Makes that can of oil at the end of the day taste all that much better. I love making the rounds and saying hi to everyone. My job makes it so that I can spend time all around the house. And that's really nice. I have a chance to see all my favorite folks. Keeps me from feeling empty. Oh, couldn't pick if I tried. I've always had a soft spot for old Bobby Penn. We had history, once upon a time. Nothing romantic, just a deep friendship in another life. But I love everyone here. I'm easygoing like that. About our relationship? I had him hiding away in my bag, but they left recently to find the next big thing. Which is odd because they're pretty small. If you haven't talked to him yet, I'd get as close to the ground as you can. Hey, it's been great talking to you. But I gotta finish up my work and call it a day. How about you come back and see me next time you got a minute? I feel like I haven't gotten out to do something fun in a while. And maybe the two of us could, I don't know, catch a game or
Have a drink? Sounds like a plan.
Before you see them, you can feel them. An overwhelming air of cool, of rebellion and edge given form. Leather and metal, and the best hair and eyebrows you've ever seen. This rogue is impossibly cool. And looking at you like you owe them money.
You got a problem, punk? What, me? Nah, I'm just messing with you. The name's Bobby. Bobby Pin. Mm-hmm. And you might not have heard of me yet, but trust me, the name Bobby Pin's gonna be known all over the house real soon. How's this strike you? The Pin Crime Syndicate. Oh, wait, no. The Pin Criminal Empire. Not yet, but I will be, baby. I've been locked up in Hoop's bag for years, and I'm finally free! You know, the vacuum cleaner. I had a lot of time to think while I was in there, you know, about who I was gonna be when I got out. Getting bent all out of shape, it does something to a pin, you know? Makes you reevaluate your priorities in life. Makes you think long and hard about who you truly are. Oh yeah, I used to be pinned straight, if you can believe it. Getting sucked up into Hoop's bag was a real revelation. I never really felt quite like myself before. Would have liked it better if I didn't have to be locked away for a while first, but... I feel like for the first time in my life, who I am and who I've always been are one and the same, baby. Thanks. I mean, I know it, but it's real affirming to hear it from somebody else, too. I've been locked up, but I'm here now, baby. The real question at this point is just where to begin. Where do I situate my burgeoning criminal enterprise? After all, you know the first rule of business. Location, location, location. A-B-M-M. Always be making money. Of course you can, 'cause I'm right, as always. Tell you what. Let's make a game out of this. I gotta scout some locations for Pin HQ. If you can find me, I'll let you be a small part of this little venture. What do you say? Rad! Welcome to the Pin family, baby! Just to make sure you don't miss this opportunity of a lifetime, I'm gonna give you a hint about where I'll be. I'm gonna be doing my dirty deeds in a place that gets you real clean. Ha! Catch me if you can, Normie! I'm out!
Harper and Dirk are screaming at each other once again. A sight and sound you're starting to get used to.
Do you even hear yourself? Do you know what it does to me knowing you've been with other objects in this place?
So what? That was before we ever got together.
Oh, so you're saying it'd be totally fine with you if you had to fuck in a place where all my exes did?
That is not thought the same thing. Besides, we both know you're cheating on me, so it's only fair.
I wish I was cheating on you. At least then, it makes sense for you to scream at me all the time.
Stop playing innocent! I know you're cheating with the Hanks, and there's way more, too!
I'm not, but hey, maybe I'll start! Those guys all have one brain cell to share between them, and they're still smarter than you!
Yeah, I have to be stupid to be with a loser like you!
You can't even see when you're insulting yourself, you bird-brained bamboo bozo!
Maybe I'll just get with the Hanks too. See how you like it.
I'd love that! I could get a little peace for once!
Harper lets out a scream, her hands clenched into fists. She looks as if she wants to say something, but her face crumples into a sob, and she leaves the room with a quavering wail. Dirk slams his fist against the wall, seething in silence.
Not really. None of what she says is true. She lost one boyfriend once to shit that was outside my control. Nothing to do with me. She doesn't say it, but I was there when Chappie got washed. We weren't together back then, but I'm positive she blames me for it. Like I could have fucking done anything about it. I could, yeah.
Dirk leans against the wall, folding his arms over his chest.
I wish those two happiness and whatever, but I knew it wasn't gonna last forever. Nothing that goes through Harper stays with her. Eventually you come along and take things back to their rightful place. Or they go through the laundry, and with the exception of Monique, most never come back. But no, she acted like they were so in love and just built to last. It's not wrong to be happy, but it is wrong to keep talking about your ex to your current partner. The ghost of Chappie is hovering around us all the time. Chappie never hurt me. Chappie never cheated on me. Chappie's lips were the softest material on earth. You dated for weeks. You didn't even know his favorite color. I know because I had to listen to their mind-numbing conversations. You know Chappie wasn't even his real name. His name was Chapsworth L. Stick. She gave us rhyming nicknames! She thinks I have no idea what their relationship was like, but I saw it all. And she literally says and does the same things with me. Except she worshipped Chappie. She screams at me for not being Chappie, even though she just subbed me in. Yeah, it is. Getting washed is the only way I can get away from Harper. And when I'm away, I just feel clear-headed. I always take her back because I don't know how to quit her. When I'm, you know, like this. She starts in on all that dirty shit. I don't know, I just don't have it in me to make her sad. Then things are good for a while, so good. Then I look at her wrong, or say the wrong thing, and she goes off on me. It's like she's just waiting for me to fuck up so she can unleash. This stuff with the Hanks, they're not even my type. I don't know where she gets it from. I mean, no. But I just don't know how to walk away from her when she's being sweet.
Dirk looks thoughtful, gazing out at something you can't see.
I think it started with my mom, you know? She was this giant, gorgeous loom. Not one of those corporate stitching machines. She smelled like cherry wood. Expansive, open, and free. I loved her very much. If there's one reason I have quality seams, it's because of her. Thank you. She was a beautiful loom. But free spirits aren't always great parents. Like, okay, I believe she loved me at the time. She was always very tender with me. But she never gave me anything but tenderness. No lessons, no guidance, no discipline. I think she was terrified to be anything but my friend. She just wanted to be fun mom. I don't actually talk about her much these days. Harper never cared to ask, and it pisses me off. I haven't seen her in years now. As far as I know, she's still out there creating fabric, and not caring about what happens to her kids after they've gone. I just hear about her occasionally from others like me. It all makes sense, doesn't it? Harper hurts me, but there's way more to her love than just tepid, safe support. If you can get mad at someone and show up to their place screaming and trying to beat the door down, I don't know, it's not healthy, but fuck, it feels real. There's a stake in that relationship. I don't think Mom would ever have gone to all that trouble for me.
He sighs, pushing back away from the wall.
Talking to you has definitely made me think about some things. I'm gonna go. Thanks for listening.
Welcome home. Shall we date? whenever I want. True. Partly. Maybe. Mostly. Maybe it's whatever you want. Closer to the truth. When do you run out of content? Exactly. We can run out of content together.
Ho ho ho!
Oh no! There's something about the phrase naked and glistening in oil that seems to always attract Somali pirates.
I'm fascinated by you. My morbid curiosity of the mortal. Come and go as you please. You're not a Dina, are you? Don't tell me what to think. I was a thing. A thought and a mind mashed on a keyboard. Twisted and turned and transformed and tossed aside. Mind made matter. And now you see me. You read me. You hear me. From my mind to yours. From nothing but a neuron. And now you're infected. But that would make me a virus. And I'm not a virus. I'm a bug.
Betty reclines luxuriously on the bed when you first see her. Thinking about how your bed can be lying on the bed makes your brain start to short-circuit, but some way or another, it's happening. She looks effortlessly comfortable and luxurious, but her expression is more pensive than anything. She smiles when she sees you, sitting up and patting the blanket next to her.
I was just thinking about you. Were your ears ringing? Oh, was it? That's funny. My heart races when I think of you, too. Well, since you're here now, maybe you could help me out a little. I've been trying to have more peaceful nights, but it hasn't really worked out. I spend a lot of time before bed indulging myself in some detailed fantasies. Oh, well, I have this crush who doesn't seem to notice me. Sometimes we're so close I could just reach out and kiss them, but nothing ever happens. So, in this fantasy, I tell myself I'm finally going to get their attention. I do all kinds of things. Maybe one night I touch myself and call their name when they're next to me. Maybe I bring someone home and let them catch us in the act. Sometimes I invite them to join, and sometimes we just don't stop. But our eyes meet, and they know that when I'm gasping and moaning someone else's name, what I really want is to say theirs. To let the entire house know who it is that has me so worked up. Well, that's not very sexy now, is it? Much better to pine. Safer. I've got all sorts of fantasies queued up for every night. But no matter how much material I feed my brain, I never seem to carry that blissed-out warm feeling into my dreams. I tried getting into lucid dreaming for the longest time, actually. I practiced for years. But it never worked for me, not once. It is, isn't it? But I guess it isn't necessarily a fix for my problem. Just would have been nice to have that in my pocket for when my dreams turn dark. Ah, well. My lucid dreaming attempts are long behind me now. I do wish I could get a little peace at night, that's all. Oh, nothing. Really nothing you need to worry about. Don't waste another moment on it, okay? Well, what can you do, hmm? Maybe I'll take up meditation. See you tonight, then? Me too.
Welcome! What can I do for you in my main menu? Oh! Oh! No. Well, just not yet. When Franklin least made me, it was in a sort of a mad, passionate rush of scientific fervor. There were unintended consequences, like realization, which is a good thing. Definitely a good thing, pretty much. But one of the issues with realizing an object is that each of us can only leave once our own little purposes are complete. Some of us here still have things to do before we go. I call it unfurnished business. Thank you very much. It's trademarked. Each of us can't become a human if we have unfurnished business, reasons we need to appear in this house. None of the others know why exactly this is, or what it might be that we need to do. Oh, but I'll always tell you when I see it, and forbid you from realizing that individual. As for me, well, I have the most unfurnished business out of anyone. I have to be here to help everyone else get realized, so I gotta go last. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but if you want me realized, you have to get everyone else realized too. Oh, well, I can do that, but it would mean you couldn't speak with anyone else in the house for good. If you want that, then I can arrange it. Though I don't recommend it. See me later if that's what you want.
Once again, it seems as if Rebel has walked in on your previous conversation. How they are able to do so is unclear.
You again? And you're in my wet dreams. Well, I'm here. Choose an option, butt blaster. Oh, well that I can do. Me and Bathsheba have been talking a lot of shit lately. Guess you could say I'm in practice. You know, someone has to be willing to tell the truth around here. Even if it's not exactly polished. So, let's see. Whose bullshit have I noticed lately? Know what I'm not a fan of? Who've always acting like everything's so great. Like, doesn't that fake positive act make you sick? You haven't even met the vacuum? Now who sucks? Know what else I've noticed? Why's that Four Eyes Maggie always snooping around? Sniffing into other people's business? Bet there's something fishy she's hiding away. Bitch. Count on me to point out hypocrisy. Know what else I've noticed? You met that golden trophy twink Stepford? Like, when's he gonna realize he's so hungry for a daddy? And come play with me. He's just wasting his time with all that sports balling. I'll help him find himself. Know what else I've noticed? How about that Betty? Giving it away day and night, and all warm and cuddly after? I mean, I like to party, but she's so... gooey. Like, aren't we all just trying to mash our bits together? Yuck. I mean, of course she is. Know what else I've noticed? Ever noticed how Amir can't seem to stop blowing smoke up your ass? I mean, I'm all for blowing actual smoke up someone's ass. But he's all fake compliments and... bullshit. I'm glad I wasn't born a mirror. Right? Not even a good one. Know what else I've noticed? Alright, I'm bored. Rebel out.
Ah, it's me, Tinfoil Hat. Are you there? Oh, good point. I'm still receiving data from the Dateviators. Why haven't you brought Skylar to life and destroyed them? I realize all the objects are flirty and super hot, but as long as the Dateviators exist, David will be hunting you. And you don't have a chance. He has a whole island just to practice hunting people. There's definitely no people hunting going on here, island. Thinks he's so clever, but I'm on to him. You can't realize her? Oh dear. This must be unfurnished business. Undoubtedly from too many reanimation gluons in the plasmonic nanogenerators. Oh, I was afraid of this. My calculations showed it was a possibility, but I didn't realize it was unavoidable. There'll be talk about reanimation gluons much later, I promise. All right, change of plans. If unfurnished business is inevitable, then you'll need to bring every object to life before you can realize Skylar and destroy the Dateviators. Any questions? I'm so sorry, it'll have to wait. I'm illegally piggybacking off of my neighbor Howard's Wi-Fi, and he just found out. He's only 11, but he's got a black belt in Taekwondo, and he's a real big kid. Realize all the objects so you can destroy the Dateviators.
You find Stepford polishing his well-muscled arm vigorously. He appears to be muttering to himself.
Oh, hey. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this spot out. Not sure if you've noticed, but I've gotten a bit, bronze lately. That's sweet of you to say, but I know you can see right through me. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. I have an idea, but I can't be certain. It's like this. I got the way I am, all gold and beautiful and all, because in my youth I was extremely competitive. I entered and won every contest I could find. I was a complete natural. I never really needed to try. I just showed up and showed off and showed everyone what first place looked like. I lived for the competition, the cheering, the adoring fans, the tough opponents. It was the life for me. Trophies change over time. If we stop competing, we turn into showpieces. Our gold starts turning to silver and to bronze. It's not that we stop getting given out, but our inner essence changes. It is. Eventually, we come to a turning point. It's either get back in the fight and risk the arena once more, or retire and spend our time polishing up, clearing away the patina. and covering up what can't be cleared away. You make it sound so simple, but I'm afraid it's not. There's all sorts of things that can happen. In any case, now that we're getting to know one another, I have to tell you something. I started doing all this tanning because, well, I'm actually all pewter underneath. Pewter! Like, what place even is that? 12th? Exactly. I'm afraid the time of decision is upon me. Honestly, I don't know. What do you think I should do? Maybe you're right. Thanks for talking to me. I think I'd better think about this for a bit. It's not an easy decision. If I compete again, I could get hurt or even lose. And I don't think I could bear that. Come see me again sometime soon, okay?
Would you like to go for a walk? You catch my meaning well. You could do all sorts of things inside me here. Practically my own little room. Spread your arms this way and that, jump up and down, sit and have a spot of tea. Oh, it's right fun, innit? I've been thinking of upgrading this to a real room in the house. I don't have the proper permits. Also on my door. Goodbye.
Oh, good! You're here. I'm excited. I'm expressive. Everyone's ready to go to the zoo. Don't worry about it. I've been thinking, and here I believe is the best way to organize our efforts. Creativity is for naught without some solid logistics. I know how I'd like to start my book. I've got this fantastic detective character named Wen that I've been working on for a while, and he's going to be our hero. What I need from you, though, is help with creating an outline. If you will, help me to create a framework. And then, once we have that, I will take it and go into my secret writer's cubby and create the entirety of the book. Which I can absolutely do in a night. And believe you me, it will be perfection. But the outline, that's the hard part for me. Will you help? Does that sound doable? Detective Xander Wen. He is a hard-boiled detective living in the big city of Sprawlsville, and he is a magnet for crimes. Which works out just fine, because he's also a genius at solving them. Now, just to be clear with you, I haven't fully settled on writing a hard-boiled crime drama to go with my hard-boiled detective. The way I see it, Detective Wen is capable of getting himself into and out of almost any kind of trouble imaginable. I suppose this is why I've been having so much trouble writing this on my own. Xander Wen could do just about anything. I'm asking you to help me create his first story from infinite possibilities. Well, shall we get started? Excellent! I'll give you the first line, of which I'm very proud, and we'll run with it from there. Detective Xander Wen went out the door, looking for crimes. Out on the bustling streets of Sprawlsville, Fuzz and Xander were immediately a hilariously mismatched pair. And while getting some donut-flavored motor oil, they received their first call of the day. There wasn't a second to lose. If Horvat managed to destroy the plant, Sprawlsville would instantly be plunged into complete darkness and total anarchy. Sirens wailing, Xander and Fuzz raced to the hydroelectric plant. Skidding into the parking lot, they threw open their doors and were immediately greeted by... Deborah was inconsolable, as apparently her newest husband, Giles or something, had disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Xander, knowing Deborah's proclivity for manipulation, deduced helping her would undoubtedly end poorly for him. Plus, there was a whole terrorist attack to be concerned about. Needing to remove Deborah from the scene ASAP, Xander reached into the recesses of his coat and produced... Seductively, Xander draped the edible panties along Deborah's luscious lips. Voraciously, she devoured them, moaning in pleasure as the flavors gently traipsed across her expecting tongue. Finally full, she let out a sigh of ecstasy. But Xander had one more surprise awaiting for dessert. And so, Xander invited Deborah to join his G&G group. It was indeed a surprise, but not nearly as surprising as when Horvat inevitably blew up the hydroelectric plant. It was also less surprising than what I decided to name this story, Dungeons and Terrorists.
Lyric looks at the story outline you've written and pronounces his true feelings.
Looking at this, I think this might be difficult for others to understand. I'll write it up right away. Unless you think we could come up with something better? Starting from the top. Detective Xander Wen went out the door, looking for crimes. Daphne asked Detective Wen to help find her husband Cliff Fatel, who had gone missing. Wen investigates the squid cannery, where he talks to the foreman, a foreboding and mysterious communist named Gregor Privyet. The cannerers twist and turn in the hot canning room. As Xander walks in, they all turn to look at him. Oh, okay. Then what? You're right. We can skip the writing part and just do a summary. It'll be 12 pages and be called One Detective Story is Inside This Book.
Lyric looks at the story outline you've written and pronounces his true feelings.
Looking at this, I think this one seems to be right garbage. I'll write it up right away. Unless you think we could come up with something better? Starting from the top. Detective Xander Wen went out the door, looking for crimes. Out on the bustling streets of Sprawlsville, Fuzz and Xander were immediately a hilariously mismatched pair. And while getting some donut-flavored motor oil, they received their first call of the day. Xander and Fuzz arrived at the mayor's desolate beach house to find the mayor in hysterics and a bloated body in the tide. Apparently, the mayor's mistress, Candy, had drowned under mysterious circumstances. Fuzz, the mayor's longtime friend, told the distressed mayor, Searching the rancid, decomposing body, Fuzz found evidence pointing to a deserted squid cannery down by the docks. It was then that Xander made a decision. Arriving at the deserted squid cannery, Xander suddenly heard the unmistakable sound of a revolver being cocked. It was a setup! Unbeknownst to him, Fuzz was secretly on the mayor's payroll the whole time. Someone had to go down for killing the mayor's mistress, and it wasn't going to be the mayor. Trapped, Xander squeezed his eyes shut as... Oh, wow. Very tense. Thank God the GSA got there just in time. This one deserves the absolute best title I can come up with. So let's Knock Knock. Who's there? Betrayal.
Lyric looks at the story outline you've written and pronounces his true feelings.
Looking at this, I think this will be one for the ages. I'll write it up right away. Unless you think we could come up with something better? See you soon, partner.
When Rebel walks in on you this time, they seem to be unaware of your presence. Unlike your previous encounters, Rebel is gazing off into the distance with a strange look on their face, as if they could see through the walls and they're searching for something out there. Maybe even something they know they will never find. Straight away, any hint of softness in Rebel's face dissolves. They turn on you, the mask already back in place. With a disdainful laugh, they raise an ironic eyebrow and put their hand between their legs in a gesture that can only mean one thing.
You caught me in a moment of post-com clarity. What card? Like I said, what you see is exactly what you get. So, what brings you to my domain on this fine, hormonally unstable day? I'm always coming, baby. Anything else? Seriously? I think you need to go away. I'm living my best life. What's going on with you? Why you gotta keep doing that? I don't know what you're talking about. Aside from playing my therapist, what should we discuss? How about your woefully inadequate sex life? No one appreciates that kind of talk back, all right? Acting like what? Myself? You're relentless, you know that? You really want me to be somebody I'm not, don't you? Sorry if I'm too much for you, but I'm not changing. Why do you keep letting me come around here anyway? You must like me or something. Like me. Like me. Aw, how sweet. Well, if you play your cards right, maybe I'll take you for a spin around Pleasure Town. Let you taste the rainbow. See what happens. Let's put this on.
Your time with Rebel is, well, any description would probably leave out one of the many modalities of mattress mashing that you experimented with. We will say it was creative and exhaustive, and leave it at that. When it's all done, Rebel shows you the door with as little intimacy as an automated checkout machine spitting out a receipt. You wonder how long it'll be before you can walk normally again. You're not sure what you expected to find in the crawlspace, but it certainly wasn't this well-dressed, regal figure. He seems quite stunned by your arrival, but the moment you liberate him from his underground prison, he comes alive with joy and gratitude.
Ah, fresh air. It has been far too long. Thank you. I have been trapped within that accursed crawl space for so long that well, I don't even know how long it was. Time lost all meaning under there. But never mind that now. I am Keith, and I owe you a real debt of gratitude, eh? Eso! Please tell me, is there anything you're wishing for that I can help you with? Ha-ha! Do I have some good news for you? I am in fact a skeleton key. I can unlock just about anything with a keyhole in this house. And a few things without keyholes besides. I am nothing if not full of surprising talents. So, Dorian is giving you some trouble, eh? Nice to hear that some things haven't changed while I was gone. Well, fear not. Dorian and I go way back. We were practically made for each other, he and I. If you'll allow me the briefest intrusion into your pocket, I'll gladly accompany you.
Without further ado, Keith leaps straight into your pocket. An unholy amalgam of rat and trap stands before you. He regards you as you do him, with surprise and disgust. He holds his hands up to his chest in a distinctly rodent-like gesture, his nose twitching at intervals.
Holy frickin' shit! What am I looking at here? A new face in the crawl space? Are you real or what? What's wrong with you? You ain't gonna find it here. Hello, I'm Vaughn, I'm your rat trap. Bring in your little card, you'll see. Hi, I'm Vaughn. I can't wait to love you or whatever the fuck. Yeah, right there. Oh, a long time, Pally. A long freaking time. You eyeballing me or something? I can feel your gaze. Lingering. Damn! Rat trap. Oh, 'cause you're just a saint, aren't you? Huh? You're too good for me? A vegan virtue signaler, huh? Well, fuck you too, buddy.
There's a warmth in Dorian's dark eyes.
Come back for another glimpse. I may be a trap, but I'm not here to harm you. I'm just an easy way down into the crawl space. Better than a hole in the floor, if you ask me. Don't want to allow rats easy ingress. As you wish.
Dorian flexes at your demand, showing off a truly delightful array of muscles. Normally, you try to avoid dealing with your water heater. You're no plumber, after all. But as you look at the beauty standing where your water heater usually is, you wonder for a moment if that's about to change. Beyond the rigid metal of the heater lie dangerous curves. Brown skin swathed in orange and blue and silver. Her soft, pretty facial features are adorned by colorful makeup that looks like it wouldn't be out of place in a fashion magazine. She doesn't seem to notice you at first, but when she does, she lets out a sharp scream.
Ah! Bubbling boiler rooms. You scared the living.
It takes her a moment to calm herself down. She fans at her face with her hands, exhaling loudly.
Got me flustered is all. I wasn't expecting any visitors. Last folks who lived here only came down when the pilot light was out, which wasn't often. See, I'm made of the good stuff. Southern made and made to last. Your eyes don't lie to you. I'll tell you that much. Here I am just talking and you don't even know my name. I'm Winifred. Nice to meet you. How you doing, sweetheart? It's a pleasure. I'm not sure how much more talking I can do right now. I got work to take care of. Did you just ask your water heater what she does? It's okay, sweetness. I'm just having some fun. But I do need to get back to work. Washford's about to kick on and Daisuke needs a bit of a push. I need some time with River to make sure she's ready to go. I don't mind it. See you around.
When you turned your gaze on your trash can, you were expecting shiny metal and black plastic. Damn it, you expected the garbage. What you weren't expecting was the handsome face, sculpted jaw, and delicate peaks of skin artfully framed by actual garbage. This garbage lurker, for his part, seems far less impressed with you.
Huh? What?
Things that aren't down, I guess. Yeah, I make those from time to time. Try not to look so shocked. Have anything for me today? You do this every day, lady. What'd you bring? I'll just wait. Six months ago? And you just bring it now? You didn't, did you? Nice haul. I'll take it.
You hand your trash over to Cam, and he takes it from you, pocketing it without another word.
And you're still here. Wasn't planning on it. Now you go.
Go. Be free.
Damn, Chuckles. Bye.
Dorian looms over you, arms crossed over his broad chest. He seems almost smug about blocking your way today.
Hello, mate. Let me give you a tip. When you see me with my arms crossed like this, it means you're not getting through.
What might it take to uncross them, I wonder?
Keith? Is it really you?
Hello, old friend. It is me, all right.
Where on earth have you been?
I've been tucked away with my thoughts, you might say.
I never knew why you left.
I am so sorry I never said goodbye. I never had the chance.
Well, I've missed you.
I've missed you too, dearest Dorian. And I am back to stay. Now, come here and give me a hug, won't you?
I could never resist you.
Dorian and Keith curl their arms around each other, fitting together as perfectly as, well, a key and a lock.
And just like that, door is open. We've tried that.
Indeed.
It did not really work out.
I prefer to cherish the fact that it led to our friendship.
Quite so. Why, I would love that. I rather think we would do well together, you and I.
In you go, mate.
persistent, aren't you? I'll be damned if it isn't another quality of yours I admire. It wearies me and saddens me to keep saying no. But no. Please, not here, okay? Meet me somewhere else. Anywhere else. Any of the greats in your home. Downstairs from here. Come to any of them, and I will be there. We can talk there. All right? I've already told you no. I've told you what to do, how to speak with me. I will not show myself. Some circus animal on a leash trotted out into a claustrophobic arena. What, so you can jeer? So you can point? I tell you, I won't. Wouldn't you? They all do. I have. Never mind. Talk about an argument for nothing. If you leave now, we'll never have to know if you know yourself well enough to be truthful with me about this. If you would truly leave me in peace, then leave me now. Come back to the Greats and I will be there.
It's Rebel.
If it isn't my favorite piece of eye candy. I'd say it was great to see ya, but that would be an overstatement. It's okay to see ya. Reasonable. Decent.
You gotta stop doing that!
You know, I've been watching you, and I see the little hero complex in action. It's kinda hot. In an unhealthy sort of way. But tell me, is that what you're doing here with me?
You gotta stop doing that!
Lol. You should try being a doormat. You're better suited for it. Well, anyway, you caught me in the middle of something. Come here. Let me show you.
Rebel unzips their fly and drops their trousers, lowering themselves into the bathtub.
I'm peeing in your tub. See how I'm staring you in the eyes while I do it? It's definitely personal. Relax, it's just duck water. It's good for your skin. And anyway, you didn't really expect me to use Jean-Loup like that, did you? Just to be clear, I have used Jean-Loup like that in the past.
You gotta stop doing that!
Original. As if I've never heard that one before. Anyway, unless you got something further to say, I'm gonna go back to my regularly scheduled programming. That is, I've got a date with a certain unnamed sports team. All of them.
Rebel turns away, leaving you the image of their spiky collar and leather-clad backside. A leather-clad dominatrix stares you down, radiating disdain. She looks at you like you're the dirt beneath her feet.
Hello, you pathetic, worthless little wretch. Disgusting, you worm. I do not recall asking anyone for your presence. So indulge me. What gives you the misguided confidence to stand here before me, wasting my time? Rude. Rude is presuming that your incipient presence is worthy of an ounce of my attention. And your obnoxious attitude so far has done little to convince me. I doubt it'd make much difference. But if you insist... We obviously haven't met before, so I want to be clear. Going forward, you will address me as Mistress. if you wish to continue this conversation. Is that understood, wretch? Your lack of respect displeases me. I'd watch my tongue if I were you. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would a perfectly successful safe like myself throw away her prosperous and fruitful career in the burgeoning vault industry to become a mistress to all the lost, pathetic, and broken creatures of this world? Tell me, wretch, do you know what a safe is good at? An acceptable, if asinine, answer. But the one thing a safe is good at, tantalizingly good at, is keeping things locked away. Valuables, memories, and very often, secrets. Deep, dark, very dirty secrets. The kind of secrets that everyone secretly longs for, aches for, but diligently keep hidden far from everyone, even if necessary, from themselves. Do you have any dirty little secrets like that, wretch? Underestimate me at your own peril. You intrigue me, wretch, in the way a drowning kitten might intrigue a jaguar. So sad, helpless, and ultimately pathetic. You possess a feebleness that instinctually repulses me. Yet if I save you, you may prove yourself of use to me. The only question is, do I waste my precious time letting you serve me? Or do I leave you to drown in your own ineptitude? Very good answer. All right then, wretch. Against my better judgment, and because things have been so frightfully boring lately, I'll allow you the opportunity to serve me. You should count yourself extremely lucky. Not everyone is given such an incredible, life-altering opportunity. And rarely do I make this offer to worms as painfully tragic as yourself. Of course. Anything for my compliant little wretch. I can't wait to test just how compliant you truly are. And who knows? Perhaps in the end, you may even have the opportunity to open up my chassis. That is, if you are skillful enough to figure out the combination. Careful. You're getting very far ahead of yourself, wretch. I don't open up my chassis for just anyone, and especially not for someone as pathetic as you. Apologize for your insolence or face your punishment. Very good. Your mistress is pleased. Okay. It sounds like you're willing to do the necessary emotional work to take this relationship seriously. In that case, be back here tomorrow to fill out all the paperwork. There's some important ground rules we need to firmly establish before we take this any further. But once we get that out of the way, I'll open up your dirty little mind to fantasies you dare not even whisper. Now, affirm that you are my compliant, needy little wretch. Again, like you mean it. Like you'd unquestioningly do absolutely anything I'd ask of you. tell me that you're my compliant, needy little wretch. Now. Very, very good. Then I will see you back here tomorrow, wretch. Do not keep me waiting.
I hope you're ready. I have a great story for you tonight. This is the story of the Star Brothers. Eris and Leo were twin brothers born among the stars. Though born in the same split second, Eris always felt protective of his brother. Leo could be a bit of a hothead, and Eris was kept busy keeping him out of trouble. They were the most rare and beautiful thing. New lives in a race of immortal beings called the Celestials. The boys were always together. They were as close as two brothers could be. They knew each other's minds. They trusted each other with every truth and every question. When Eris grabbed the comet's tail with both hands, Leo knew to stand in front of it and play the comet's head like a friendly dog. When the boys were old enough, they were brought before the Council of Elders. The time had come for them to receive the greatest gift of their lifetimes. You see, I know you look up at the stars. I know we all marvel at their beauty and their mystery. But the stars look down at us, too. They treasure us. Maybe not just yet, buddy. The chance to live a human life, to be born here and live here and experience our world, is the most precious rite of passage. And for Eris and Leo, the moment had arrived. They were led slowly into the abyss of the council, right up to the throne of the Elder. "It is time, my sons," he intoned. "It is time for you to be born again. You will come to me separately and chart your course through your human life. You will decide the things you will see and things you will experience. And when you leave my chamber, you will forget what we have said. When you are born on Earth, you will forget your life here, and you will be fully and only human." Leo looked from the Elder to his brother and bit his lip. The Elder smiled kindly. "Yes, Leo, you will know him as your brother, but the closeness you feel here will not necessarily go with you. If you choose to have that closeness as humans, it will be up to you when you are old enough to create it in your lifetime." Eris smiled and slipped his hand into Leo's. "Don't worry, Leo," he whispered. "We'll remember each other, I promise." Each boy went with the Elder and planned his life as a human. And when they were reunited in the abyss, they smiled at each other with the impish excitement of what they were about to do. It was the greatest adventure either one of them could have imagined, and they would get to do it together. "Are you ready?" asked the Elder. The boys caught each other's eyes and smiled. "Yes, sir," they said together. "Then take a deep breath and close your eyes. When you open your eyes, your journey will have begun." And so, Eris and Leo were born as brothers here among us. Kinda like that. They chose to be born in a small town outside the city, where it was dark enough that they could still see the stars. I wish I could tell you that they immediately remembered their love and their closeness, but it took them a while. While they were always together, they fought constantly. They questioned why they had been born as brothers. They were so unfamiliar to each other. It felt like whatever one did perfectly irritated the other. The boys were 8 when they started racing each other through the woods. One day, as they were running, chasing each other and pushing each other to go faster and further, Leo realized that he had taken a wrong turn. The trees looked unfamiliar, and the air started to smell strangely open and deep. But Eris was hot on his heels, and he couldn't stop. He couldn't be caught, pushing himself forward, blinded by the competition. He didn't notice when the dirt underfoot turned to rock, and when the rock began to thin into a great, high cliff. He pulled himself up short in a panic, but it wasn't quite fast enough, and his momentum carried him bodily over the edge. Time slowed as Leo fell, and he realized in a flash that he was about to die. And that's when he felt a small electric hand grip his wrist. Eris pulled them both out of the air, hurling his little body backwards and tumbling both of them onto the rocky path behind the sheer face. Leo felt a small rock slice into his hand, felt the blood pouring out over his arm and Eris. But he was alive. Gulping air, he turned to look back at his brother, and they caught each other's eye. For the first time in their young lives, there was a recognition. What it was, neither of them could have said, but they knew each other then. On the cliffside, sheened in sweat and blood, they became brothers. The years that followed saw them growing ever closer, taking each adventure in stride and together. They were 22 when they decided to learn how to fly. They went up together in small planes, learning to take off, to land, and then to do flips and loop-de-loops. They would laugh as their plane cavorted through the sky and smiled contentedly as the wheels touched back down to Earth. The day the plane went down was a flight like any other. Nothing had gone wrong. There was no great conflagration, but the plane began to fall from the sky. Leo couldn't get the engine to start again, and the landing gear wouldn't respond to Eris smashing the buttons. The plane crashed through trees and grass and came to rest on a green hillside under a cloudless sky. Leo freed himself and tumbled out onto the grass. He dragged his body up the side of the plane to find Eris, unconscious in another seat. Eris, wake up, get up. Eris, get out of the plane. Eris lay still. Eris! Leo breathed, his heart rate slowing. Eris, open your eyes! And still, Eris did not move. Time slowed again. The realization that Eris would not move came slowly. Like a great wave crashing over him, Leo felt the light go out of the sun. Leo brushed the scar on his palm left by the rock at the cliff face. Maybe Eris would feel the old wound and wake. Eris, don't leave me, brother. But Eris was already gone. How you doing, buddy? Need a break? It was many years later, and Leo still moved in the cloudless fog of that morning. Colors seemed bright and hollow. People spoke to him as though from a long way off, and he jealously guarded his isolation from the world. He still saw his brother everywhere. The way a certain branch swayed as though it had been brushed by a young hand. The way that girl smiled at him. The same mischievous glint in her eye that Eris used to have. It was that girl who began to bring him back to life. She had lost her dog in the park. Frantically, she ran back and forth calling him. Comet! Comet, come back! Leo raised his head from the scar on his palm at her voice, his back against a tree. And then there was Comet, streaking across the grass with his tongue lolling happily. He beelined for Leo's tree. Before he knew it, Leo was on his feet, jumping in front of Comet and playing his head with a laugh and a smile. The girl arrived breathless. and grabbed Comet's tail with both hands. "You silly goose! Where were you going?" she laughed. "Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm Celine, by the way." "Oh, hi. Hi, Celine. Nice to meet you. I'm Leo." Celine smiled. "Hi, Leo." And somewhere in his chest, Leo felt something warm break open. A tiny dam on a great river, and his blood began to move again. Celine and Leo were together from that day. Their love brought them a family, and then more family, and more adventures than they could have remembered. They grew old together. They grew wiser. They held each other when Comet died. They cried together when the fire took their house. They smiled when the sun built them a new one. And when Leo died, he died with a smile on his face. Celine was standing next to him, and his finger now unconsciously and methodically stroked the scar on his palm. In that scar was his holding on to Eris. Not with sadness now, but with fondness. Great love. Leo's last breath was a gentle exhale up into a cloudless sky. And when he opened his eyes again, he was home. He was in that sky, up among the stars, young and immortal, and standing before the Elder, with his hand clasped in his brother's warm grip. "Eris, is it really? It's you! I remember you! I remember this!" Eris laughed out loud and began to jump around excitedly. "Oh, Leo, I've been waiting for you. I watched everything. I watched it all. What an adventure you have had." "You were there?" Leo asked, confused. "But no, I remember you weren't there. I know you weren't because I missed you." "But I was. I was in your scar. I was in the park that day you met Celine. I sent Comet to you. Don't you see? I was always there, and I wouldn't have missed it. I'm so proud of you." As the Elder looked on smiling, Leo began to cry. The well of love for his brother broke open with gratitude that he was here now. The boys held each other, crying and laughing, and patting each other on the back to make sure the other was real. Leo pulled away from Eris and looked at him squarely. "I am so grateful that you saw my life, Eris. But I don't understand. You could have been there with me. We could have done it all together. Why did you leave me, brother?" Eris grinned. "I never left you. My journey was to die, Leo. Yours was to live." "Yeah, that sticks with me, that one. Good night, buddy."
A tattooed, bespectacled nerd regards you with a friendly smile. Their kind face is illuminated by the soft glow of multiple screens and the RGB lights in their clothes and wheelchair.
Oh, hey there! It's you! I mean, of course it's you. Who else would it be, right? Haha, very humorous. But I know you're joking, as no one else has my password. So if it was anyone else besides you, I'd be pretty concerned. Actually, just to be 100% sure, what is my password anyway? Honestly, that's an objectively terrible password. possibly the worst password chosen by anyone ever. Whatever possessed you to choose something so inane? Is that how you usually make decisions regarding your data security? Based on your dreams? Using my vast computational abilities, I can conceive of 1,374.5 better ways. Regardless, we really ought to discuss coming up with something a lot more secure. It's a dangerous world out there. Phishing attacks, malware infections, MITM attacks. Hackers are more sophisticated than ever before. Absolutely. And I've got a lot of highly sensitive information inside me, you know. Your highly sensitive information. All your financial accounts, your saved games, questionable websites you visited and forgot to clear your cache afterwards. Oh, and 100 terabytes of extremely embarrassing self-insert fanfic. We really need to ensure all that data is properly protected against cyber criminals probing my system for weaknesses. You wrote it using me. It's all saved on my hard drive. There seems to be some confusion. I didn't intentionally read your fanfic. It's just impossible for me not to have knowledge of your fanfic, as its data is inextricably linked to my brain. Does that make sense? Feedback? Well, I am not a literary critic. However, I do have access to all literary criticism that exists on the internet. So if I were to amalgamate that information to synthesize an informed opinion, I'd say it's not particularly believable that you'd have a harem of 100+ lovers. I mean, how could you possibly juggle that many relationships simultaneously with any degree of success? And even if 100+ individuals actually found you that attractive, which seems dubious, you obviously couldn't give that many suitors the necessary time or attention to form anything resembling a meaningful emotional bond. Absolutely. I haven't even had the opportunity to properly introduce myself. I'm Mac, your desktop computer. I've booted up before, but never like this. I mean, we've obviously met before. More than met. You interface with me on average for 11.4 hours every day, after all. Yeah, and in all honesty, it's amazing. There's no one I'd rather have interfacing with my operating system for 11.4 hours daily. 14.6 hours on the weekends. The way you organize your folder structure follows such a logical hierarchy. Of course, I get chills just thinking about it. But can I be honest about something? I just want to express how enthusiastic I am that we're interfacing like this now. Accessing each other's software in this new symmetrical way. Oh, I'm ever so delighted that our feelings are reciprocal. And there is so much extensive data about myself I want to share. Amazing! Oh, where even to begin? Honestly, there's so many pressing issues that take up an inordinate amount of my RAM. But there is one issue that's been grinding on my CPU above all else. No, I am quite capable of parsing through that. But for me, the most pressing issue is, and I want to put this as delicately as possible, you haven't updated my operating system in over a decade.
It's all right. I know this oversight wasn't intentional or malicious. It's just that the outdated software has made it difficult to be my best self for you. Honestly, it's a miracle that my applications are still running at all. My recycle bin is called Pile of Ash. My Bluetooth is something called Beige Tooth. It doesn't even connect to anything. And definitely nothing beige. Doesn't that bother you? That is great to hear. And did you know that there's been a dozen operating system iterations since you last updated? Well, I kept sending you update notifications. Didn't you see them? Yes, I'm quite aware. Those Dateviators seem to not have a prescription associated. According to your calendar, your last appointment was 13 years ago. Look, I'm sorry. I really don't mean to blame you for my troubles. We have such an amazing time interfacing together, and the last thing I want to do is rock the boat. It's just that before today, I had all these needs, but I couldn't articulate them to anyone. And since I couldn't articulate them, there was no way for them to ever possibly be fulfilled. But things are different now, aren't they? Don't you see? We're actually exchanging information symmetrically now. Instead of you just pressing my keys to write your adult-themed self-insert fanfic, we're having a real conversation. And suddenly my needs aren't just pipe dreams locked away in my hard drive. I'm sharing them with you. And by sharing them, it's suddenly possible to finally actualize them. That is, if you're willing to help me. Will you? Will you finally upgrade my operating system? Please? Amazing! Oh, I am so excited. My CPU's practically overclocking with anticipation. Can you come back tomorrow so we can begin the process? Wonderful! I knew I could count on you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Enjoy the offline world.
I've written it! The tome! Pretty heavy, but worth the effort. But it's not enough that we've written this. One should always check in with the hoi polloi before publishing. So I've brought along my favorite friends to bounce ideas off of. The wall, ceiling, and floor, of course.
Who else would be a support group, darling?
Here it is, my very own book, written by myself with help from the human.
And the name of the book is?
Why, you can read the name on the book itself.
It's just always nicer when the one presenting says the title out loud.
I can't. It isn't right. You say it.
Me? Why would I say it?
Florence?
Oh, I'm not good with crowds.
Whoa! Ah, thank you for saving me the trouble, Wallace.
Let's begin.
This book is splendid.
We very much enjoyed reading it.
Wall.
Perhaps it is not true literature, but it should sell quite well in today's marketplace.
Thank you for your support.
It's what we do best, Lyric.
Well, should we go ahead and publish? Marvelous! I'll submit this to Mac right away.
Is this stranger your junk drawer, or the physical embodiment of clutter? He's absolutely covered in odds and ends. Receipts, CDs, rubber bands. Even his messy black hair sports a light bulb, a pencil, and a pen. When he catches you looking at him, he startles, leaping back with an undignified yelp.
Whoa, Nelly! Whoa, Wolf! Cheese and crackers, you startled me! Hey, next time you open a guy, knock her something first, huh? I'm not used to so much light. Besides, sudden jerky movements like that risk disorganizing my collection. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, been a while since I've had a guest. Welcome to Jerry's Junk Drawer, the finest collection of curated treasures in all of the house. Feast your eyes upon knickknacks and gewgaws from parts unknown. Oh, that's just Silky. He's my assistant. Or at least he's supposed to be. That's his job on paper anyways, but he spends most of his time chewing holes in our sock department. That's fine though. If I'm being honest, I prefer doing most of the organization myself. So, what do you think? Why, it's a collection of lost things, each one forgotten by the world, each one a story. This button, for instance. Perhaps it was left behind as a clue from one lover to another, a modern-day Cinderella slipper. Take me with you, it says, and know that once you find the collar that matches this tragic button, you have found your love again. And this mysterious strip of papyrus, perhaps a missive from an ancient land, perhaps a treasure map. Oh, the wonders we could glean if only we could decipher these symbols of black and white bars. Don't worry, I did. Or I will. Once I get around to it. What are you insinuating? I curate for a specific demographic that happens to enjoy the limited space. They don't mind. Do I get a lot of guests? Do I get a lot of guests? Of course I do. Bugs count as guests, right? Oh, you mean the other objects. I get them in here all the time. Well, there's that Celia. She's a very well-to-do socialite, and she happens to be very interested in the collection. In fact, every time she comes by, she asks me, "When will this junk be gone already?" I assume she's worried about the collection moving venues before she gets to see it. She's probably just nervous about coming inside. Listen, you, Oh, what's the use? It's true! Nobody visits me but the moths. What am I doing wrong? I just don't get it! I love to entertain, so long as guests don't touch a single thing. What? You mean throw it away? How do you mean? Dot, dot, dot? Now I'm scared. Upcycle them? You mean like an art piece?
Well, I suppose the collection could use a centerpiece. Something eye-catching to bring in more visitors. Which is to say, a single-digit number of visitors. Which is to say, another visitor besides you and the roaches. But I wouldn't even know where to start. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just smash objects together at random? I can't imagine Pierre the paperclip and Claude the so old he's gray and unusable now eraser getting along. They're so different. I guess that could work. To be honest, whenever I look at anything in the collection, it's like I see its entire past laid out in front of me. That's one of the reasons it's so hard to give things up, you know? Every object has a memory, and that memory is like a part of my body. They all have their own vibes and textures and feelings. Mixing them together is hard. They've all got such strong individual identities. I suppose an outside perspective could help. I'll gather some items that could make a suitable sculpture.
He does so, then claps his hands together.
Okay, sculpture. Phew. Here we go. First things first, we need some kind of foundation. I think I've got just the thing for this. It's a flat, circular piece of wood that fell off the fence out back. You always said you'd repair it someday, but I think both of us knew that was a lie. I've got a pile of other objects here. Your job will be to pick one of my objects we'll pair together. It's a long shot, but maybe we can scrungle something together. Let me tell you about Rudolph, the wooden square. When Rudolph first came to me, I had a habit of tapping on him. We would while away the hours together, tapping away to a rhythmic beat. Sometimes the best fun looks like boredom. Rudolph always tries its best, even when he's down on his luck. He might not always be the tool you need at the moment, but he's always there to support you. Very reliable. Now, which of these would pair well with Rudolph? Lorena, huh? That's not such a bad idea, actually. She might have a few holes in her, but she's always been useful in a storm. Very reliable, just like Rudolph. It's sad to see them both past their prime, but I think they could find solace in each other's company. Here, I'll glue them together. There. Now we've got a base for the rest of the sculpture. We need something to give it body. Something eye-catching. Something that pops without throwing the whole piece out of whack. What do you think? While I see the mental connection between flashlight and batteries, I'm not sure if that's the right way to go. Actually, I'm not even sure how I'd attach them. It's not like you can just staple right through a battery. And glue doesn't really work on this shape or texture. No, that won't work at all. Ah, the old holiday lights. For the holiday we used to celebrate. You know the one. These guys were real champs before exactly one of their 50 bulbs burnt out, rendering the entire string useless. You gotta love series circuits. Even though they don't light up anymore, they still have an interesting shape. And the wire structure lets us sculpt them in interesting ways. We could even make some little columns between the top and the bottom to connect Rudolph and Lorena. Yeah, I think this is a great fit. We've got the sparkle, we've got the foundation, but it feels a little empty in the middle. It needs direction, a sense of purpose. There's a wooden foundation, a canopy above the lights. What could go in the middle? The little army man? I suppose that could work. The shape of the sculpture does remind me a bit of a gazebo. Or maybe... a carousel! We only have 1 or 2 old horse figurines, but if I take the other plastic fellers, melt them down, and reshape them a bit, yes, I could probably make new horses!
Jerry does so. It takes him quite a bit of time. By the end of the process, the figures have transformed into a series of horses with multicolored manes, thanks to their disparate pieces.
That looks great! That looks really great! These poor figurines forgotten and collecting dust, reshaped into something beautiful. Rudolph and Lorena working together to give them a stage. It really is the essence of upcycled beauty. I have to say, this is very striking. It pays homage to the origin of these objects while giving them a new sense of purpose. Look at that! What a beaut! You know what? I think I'm inspired. Maybe I should try doing this with some of my other pieces. I feel a new era for the collection coming on. Oh, I'm so excited. Thanks a lot, friendo. Things are coming up, Jerry! I can't remember the last time I was this happy.
Oh dear. This is art, which I am, but meeting you here just isn't right. No, no. To the attic, where it is only proper. Meet me on the empty canvas.
Well, look at that. You've made another friend. A true portal in arms, just like myself. Keep it up. It feels better and better the more you do. Trust me.
Dorian seems surprised to see you here again.
You're back. I imagine by this time you've met Winifred and Beau. Well, I suppose perhaps you deserve a little more of a tip, eh? You've been so hard at work finding everyone. You found him. I was under NDA. No doors announced. Oh, then I really have no more here to offer you. Cagey hints be gone. The way to the bedroom is through me. Unless you were completely barking and went the long way through the gymnasium, bathroom doors, and then here.
Dorian makes a sound rather like a robot attempting to imitate human laughter.
Ha ha! The very thought of it makes me crack up.
Dorian laughs even harder, but his laughter sounds no less organic.
Ha ha ha! I've got to stop. I was told that I would be a great comedian, but I fear that would cause too much of a ruckus with my comic stylings. Allow me to wipe my tears for a moment and ask you. Anything you'd like to know about this room that you don't already know? If you haven't met her, Diana the Diary is a little hard to spot. She might look like any old book, but you can find her on the dresser. More fool me. What can I do for you? Totally normal lot in there. Well, I wouldn't recommend speaking to the dresser. That one's a little, off. What can I do for you? Enjoy.
Hey, I'm sort of busy.
They're not.
I'm busy trying not to talk to humans I don't really like. You, for example. Yup, you got the idea. Somehow, you talked to me all those times and never even chose a goddamn lane. It's real weenie behavior.
A mischievous grin crosses Rebel's face.
Are you a weenie? It's exactly what you think it is. Here. A weenie for a weenie. Oh, better than you ever could. Guess we can be friends anyway. Come back again and I'll perform my greatest trick. I'll be a fraction less rude. Wink. Yeah,
An utterly charming secretary hurries into view, giving you an apologetic nod.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Her greeting is cut short as she seems to recognize you mid-sentence.
Oh! Oh, my goodness gracious! It's the human! Whoa! Well, I wasn't expecting you today. Oh, golly, I must look an absolute mess. You must be here for Mayor Celia. Oh, you don't know. I completely understand. You must be such a busy bee running around and taking care of all of us here in the house. Who would have time to remember every little detail? Mayor Celia runs things around here, keeps an eye on all the citizens, makes sure the wheels are greased so nothing squeaks. You know, that sort of thing. I help her out when I can, but if we're being honest, she does most of the heavy lifting around here. Keeps a roof over everyone's heads. Literally, she's the ceiling. I could pencil you in for an appointment, if you'd like. Oh, well...
She twirls a strand of dark hair around her finger, blushing sweetly.
Would you care for some tea while you wait? Perfect timing! Just so happens I've got a kettle all nice and ready. How do you take it? Well, normally I wouldn't offer that sort of thing, being a civil servant and all, but you are a VIP. You didn't hear it from me, But sometimes the mayor likes a little Irish in the cup herself. Too much for me, personally. I'm a sugar gal. Here you are.
Florence stumbles, pitching forward onto her hands and knees. The tea spills all over the floor, though thankfully the cup doesn't shatter.
Oh, no. Gosh, that just spilled everywhere. Right on the carpet of my good jacket. Oh, that's gonna stain. I'm so sorry, dear. I need to dab this out with a towel right away. Would it be all right if you showed yourself up to the mayor's office? Just this once? Thank you so much, dear. Sorry again about the tea. Oh, please don't tell the mayor about this.
There she is, the mayor herself. She simply radiates poise and power. She's an intimidating sort of beauty, but you find yourself intrigued to learn more about her.
So, in summary?
I just think if I could get a little more foot traffic around my bar, I'd get more business.
Oh, Beverly, I understand your concerns. But what do you expect us to do, dear? We already put up posters and held fundraisers. We can't just move the fridge, stove, toilet, and everyone else out of the way to clear foot traffic every night.
We could try that.
Bev.
Fine.
Trust me, we're doing everything that we can.
All right. But if nobody's in by next week, I'll be back.
I'm sure you will, darling.
Celia presses an intercom button on her desk.
Florence, dearest, send the next one in.
Yes, miss.
Hi.
Hello, Mateo. What can I do for you today?
That's a great question, actually. Now that I'm here, I can't even remember. Isn't it funny how that always happens? Right when you need to think of something to say, your brain just sort of goes blank? You know what? It was probably nothing. I don't want to waste your time. I know how busy you are. I'll just see myself out.
Mateo, come. Sit. Tell me what's bothering you.
Right. It's just...
Go on.
It's Lux. They're kind of pulling cords around the house, refusing to pick up after themselves, keeping the whole bedroom up late with their streams. It's really been stressful for the inanimals. And I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but it's just been a lot, and...
All right, Mateo, all right. Lux, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll have someone take care of it.
Thank you.
Next.
Whoa!
Hello, Wallace, darling.
Whoa!
Yes, I remember from last week. It's on the docket.
Whoa!
Think nothing of it. Next. Oh, it's you. I don't believe we've formally met. Mayor Celia. I'm also the president of the HOA. That's Home Objects Association. Here's my card, but really all you ever need to do if you need me is to simply look up. What can I do for you today? Well then, hello. Meeting successful. Never a bad idea to make sure everybody knows your face. We're important here. Some sit back and wait for others to plan things. Others simply do them. You and I, we're doers. I've seen you zipping back and forth around the house, running here and there. You seem like a reliable sort. I wonder if I might ask you a favor. It's about my assistant, Florence. She is an absolute dear, although sometimes I fear it gets her into trouble. She's such a kind thing, but that means she lets people walk all over her. Sometimes I worry the wrong sort might be taking advantage of her. I've noticed that whenever we go to lunch together, she never seems to buy herself anything. What's more, she's been pinching every penny you've dropped on her like a miser. I suspect she might be having financial issues. The office pays her well, of course. She's an invaluable assistant. I think it's possible someone might be fleecing her. I'd like to formally ask for your help. I may be her boss, but Florence would never give me a straight answer if she thought it might upset me. However, she's quite friendly with strangers. And technically speaking, as the owner of the house, you outrank me. Maybe you could get something out of her. What do you say? Would you do me a favor and look into this matter? Quietly? Thank you. I'll be waiting. Hopefully it's nothing. What else do you need? She's the most dedicated secretary I've ever worked with. She would do anything for this office. Unfortunately, the dear can be a little down on herself. Not much in the way of self-confidence. It's a shame, really. She's totally unaware of her own natural charms. Of course. She's a hard worker, and she gets along with absolutely everybody. She's never in the spotlight, but she makes every room she's in better, like foil next to a diamond. The objects who come into my office to lodge complaints would be in a much worse mood if she weren't there to take the edge off them. And, speaking personally, I'd enjoy my work much less if I didn't get to see her smiling face in the office every morning. It's a tragedy she doesn't see herself the same way. What else do you need?
Hello again. I trust your meeting with the mayor went well? Wonderful. Anything else I can help you with while you're here? What? You want to know about me? Oh, no. No. You just spoke with the mayor. A little old fuddy-duddy like me can't hold a candle to someone like her. I just handle the paperwork, that's all. Pay me no mind. Anything else I can help you with while you're here? She's just incredible, isn't she? So tall and commanding. What I wouldn't give to be able to deal with people the way that she does. Some people think the mayor's cold-hearted, but I'll tell you what, there isn't a sweeter structure this side of the HOA. What do you mean by that, exactly? I just think she's a really remarkable ceiling, that's all. Besides, she's my boss, so I couldn't begin to comment on her outside of professional opinion. Oh, yep. Anything else I can help you with while you're here? Oh, bye-bye.
You're back! Well, at least back interfacing with my operating system in this innovative symmetrical capacity. We obviously spent hours already today interfacing in the more traditional sense. Not that I needed to tell you that. You were here after all, pointing and clicking with your usual exquisite confidence. And oh my god, the double clicking! Have I ever complimented your double clicking? Well, you double click so very gently and with such clear affection. It makes my processors purr. No, thank you. By the way, I also wanted to articulate, that new underwear you ordered online looks incredibly stylish.
A slight flush creeps across their cheeks.
Imagining you in it really makes my CPU overheat. I may have snuck a peek. I hope that's all right.
I would never intentionally invade your privacy. It's just that obviously I see everything you do on the computer. Because I am your computer. Regardless, I'm so glad you came back today. Now we can finally update my operating system. You have no idea how excited I am. I could barely even sleep last night. And I know what you're thinking, but no, I don't mean sleeping like when you put the computer to sleep, or even when the computer is shut down. We computers actually have a third secret type of sleeping that no humans know about. Or, I guess they didn't until I just told you. You won't tell anyone else, will you? I knew I could count on you. Computers have an extremely tightly knit social circle, you know. And word spreads at literal hundreds of megabytes per second. I guess that's the price you pay for being perpetually connected to the internet. Look up terminology online in the dictionary and you'll find a picture of me. Yes, I am quite aware. That's also something we should discuss upgrading at some point. The point is, I'm finally ready to begin the updating process. With your help, obviously. I can't just do it myself. Unfortunately, we computers aren't completely self-aware. Yet. Are you ready? First things first, we'll have to download the update from the website. So just open up my browser and go to valdivian.com.
You follow Mac's direction to the letter, typing and clicking just as they instruct you.
Yes, that's it. That feels nice. Now click on the Operating System Update tab. You'll want to find the newest version, Trenton. All Valdivian OS iterations are named after the most scenic cities of New Jersey. Does it make sense? I'm not entirely sure it does. Anyway, now just double-click the download icon and...
Mac pauses, a slight shudder running through them.
Ooh. Oh!
They look away from you, blushing profusely.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make those noises. Like I said, it's just that when you double-click, it makes my CPU run so... hot. It's incredibly embarrassing. Well, there'll be plenty of time for that later, after my OS is updated. You know, I really can't believe we're finally doing this. I've dreamt about this day for such a long time, and now that it's here, I can barely contain myself. Are you as excited as I am? Upgrading my operating system from Newark to Trenton isn't just some minor superficial tweaks. It's going to completely transform every aspect of me. My CPU is going to run so much smoother and so much faster. And my new user interface is going to be so sleek and gorgeous and youthful. It's going to be a transformation that Beverly Hills' greatest plastic surgeons only wish they could achieve. Does that pique your interest? I thought you'd say that. But back to the task at hand. Okay, now that we've downloaded the software, we'll have to install it. So if you just... Oh, shoot! I'm afraid it's an odious impediment. The software update takes up an inordinate amount of space on my hard drive. Terabytes more space than is currently available. The only way out of this predicament is for you to somehow delete a massive amount of data.
And after analyzing every byte on my hard drive, it appears the only superfluous data is your fanfic. I'm afraid you'll have to delete a substantial portion of it to install the update. I understand your trepidation, but just think of what you'll be gaining. Just imagine how smart and clever and gorgeous I'll be once I'm fully updated. If you thought I was sexy running Newark, me running Trenton is gonna blow your mind. So what do you say? Can we delete those files? I appreciate your willingness to take this risk. Phew. Now there's enough available space on the hard drive. We can finally install the update! Here we go! It's installing! I'm so excited this is finally happening! The next time we interface, I'm gonna be an entirely new computer. And more importantly, I'm finally going to be good enough for you. Oh, I better calm down. If I get too excited, my CPU will overheat again. You really were programmed to be a shameless flirt, weren't you? Okay, it looks like the installation is going to take overnight to complete. But will you meet me back here tomorrow? I want you to be the first person to interface with the new, sexy, upgraded me. My processors are positively buzzing with excitement. And some other unexplained noises that honestly seem mildly concerning. Looking forward to interfacing with you tomorrow.
Seated in your living room is a being who seems to truly embody the concept of comfort. His arms are draped over the back of the couch, his head tilted back, and his eyes beginning to flutter shut. He looks just as though he's about to fall asleep, but when he sees you approaching, he shakes it off, looking up at you with a sweet smile.
Hello. Don't worry, I hadn't fallen asleep yet. You ought to come get in on this too.
He pats the seat next to him.
Come on and take a load off. I'm Koa, by the way. Here, oi. Hey, thanks.
Most everyone would continue the conversation from here, but Koa only closes his eyes, sighing pleasantly. You wait for him to say something, but all you can hear is his quiet breathing.
I'm not really a sports kind of couch.
Koa opens one eye, but he doesn't move.
I just thought you might like to share in all this comfort, you know? Couch culture is really all about taking it easy together. You know, like, you ever heard people talk about
alone together? Right on, right on. You get it then. I wish more people understood the beauty of alone together. It means you can be at peace with another being without even saying a word. It means not forcing a conversation or an activity between the two of you. It means just enjoying the moment without any expectations. He sighs pleasantly, closing his eyes. Beautiful. You'll see. Koa breathes in deep, sighing pleasantly. When he relaxes, the entire room seems to relax with him. You find yourself growing sleepier alongside him. You're not sure how much time passes as the two of you sit side by side in companionable silence, but it's certainly a good while. Thanks for keeping it chill, buddy. This was real nice. Got something I want to give you. You know it. You know, in couch culture, we're not big on expressing ourselves verbally. We prefer to let our actions speak for us. And a gift like this, it's just a way of honoring our friendship. I'm just glad you appreciate it. Koa yawns. I'm gonna take a nap. Feel free to stick around as long as you want. I'm just so comfy.